Thus, being in greedy, the guard freed Sanatan Goswami, and in the night he hopped onto a boat and traveled. And reached a landlord and requested him that he to help him in crossing the mountain. When Janatan Goswami requested the landlord to help him in crossing the mountain, there was a palmist told the landlord, predicted told him that he told the landlord that he has 8 golden coins. Then the landlord became very pleased to know that Sanatan Goswami has 8 golden coins in his possession. So the landlord told him that you kindly take food.
Sanatan Goswami was traveling with one another person whose name was Ishan, and he was carrying the money. But on this astrologer just informed the landlord that they are having 8 golden coins with them. At that time, by hearing this from the astrologer, this landlord, he became very pleased and very, very polite with Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada and requested him that, oh, I am going to give you rice, dal, everything. You can take bath and cook. Please stay here with on great comfort, and we will definitely make you cross the mountain. So in this way he requested. So Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada, he is thinking in his mind, because he is a very, very intelligent person, that why such a person who is not cultured, who is seems like a dacoit, how he can help anybody? It is why he is respecting me so much. This thought came in the mind of Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada. So at that time he thought that, he asked Ishan, the one who was traveling with him, that, oh Ishan, do you have anything with you? At that time he mentioned that, yes, I am having 7 golden coins with me. Even though it was 8 golden coins, but Ishan mentioned to Sanatana Goswami that I am having 7 golden coins. At that time Srila Sanatana Goswami chastised him that why you are keeping yam with you. Yam means the death. Why you are keeping death with you? Became very angry with him.
Sanatana Goswami carried the 7 golden coins and gave it to the landlord, that I have these 7 golden coins with me. You kindly accept this, and I request you that you kindly organize so that I can cross this mountain. you will get the benefit of pious deeds. That if you organize to for if you organize that I could cross this mountain, then you will get the benefit of pious deeds. Everyone knows me already. I am a famous personality here. So kindly help me. The landlord said that I am already aware that you have 8 golden coins with you. I had actually known it earlier only through the palmist that your servant has Ishan has 8 golden coins with him. I had actually made a program to kill you and take these golden coins from you. It is good that you have yourself handed me these golden coins, and you have freed me from committing a sin of killing a human. I am very satisfied now. You have yourself come and handed me these coins.
Because you are such a wise person.
Now I do not desire these golden coins because such a wise, nice person. I will help you otherwise only. Sanatana Goswami said that if you take these golden coins, I will be safe. Otherwise, someone else may plan to kill me if I have these golden coins in my possession. So the landlord called 4 other people to help and assist him, and assisted Sanatana Goswami to cross the mountain. When Sanatana Goswami, after crossing the mountain, Sanatana Goswami asked Ishan that, do you have some gold coin with you? Something with you? Ishan said that I still have 1 golden coin left with me. So Sanatana Goswami told him, now you take this golden coin and go back to the same place. If you have material attachments like this, then the material detachment will never happen. If you have attachment to the golden coins, it is not wise decision for you to plan freedom from the material world and accept the renounced order. So you go back home. I do not want you to accompany me. So thus Sanatana Goswami walked back alone with a water pot made out of coconut shell. There's a handle also cut out and made from it. And a torn out quilt. So he reached Hajipur Hajipur is actually on the other side of Kalna. There's a big market there where there's a huge market there where even elephants are sold. Everything is sold and even elephants are sold. So he reached there. His brother-in-law used to live there. He was the husband of Sanatan Goswami's wife, Sanatan Goswami's sister. He was engaged in the service of the king. He used to buy horses for the king. Why? Because king needed horses in wars. So he was actually given 3 lakh rupees earlier by the king. So he used to buy horses and used to send them to the king. So from the top only, the brother-in-law saw Sanatan Goswami was coming towards him. So he met Sanatan Goswami. Both of them sat together and discussed about Ishtadev. Ishtadev, that is Supreme Lord. And later he was asked, how have you come? Then Sanatan Goswami narrated the entire story, how he was imprisoned, how he got freed, everything he narrated. So the brother-in-law told him that you stay here for 2 days, give up your old torn out clothes, accept new clothes. Sanatan Goswami said, I do not desire to stay here for long. You kindly organize so that I can cross the Ganga. I do not even desire to stay here for one moment. So with force and with lot of persuasion and persistence, the brother-in-law gave him a new nice blanket and assisted him in crossing the Ganga. Then he heard that Lord Chaitanya Dev had come there and he was satisfied. There means Banaras. That when he knew that Mahaprabhu was present in Chandrasekhar's house, he was very happy. So when he reached Banaras, he reached the Chandrasekhar's house. He remained outside Chandrasekhar's house. He was reluctant to go inside. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately came to know that Sanatan Goswami was outside. So he ordered Chandrasekhar Prabhu that there is a Vaishnav sitting outside. You kindly call him, bring him to me. When Chandrasekhar went out, he saw that there was no Vaishnav sitting outside. The people who are worldly minded, they never know what kind of Vaishnav, what is exactly is a Vaishnav. Just to instruct it is mentioned in English, a proverb in English, that all that glitters is not gold. So a Vaishnav is not decorated worldly wise. He is not wearing very nice clothes. So Chandrasekhar could not uh, identify Sanatan Goswami to be a Vaishnav. Apparently, a sadhu and even dacoit may dress alike. But how would you make out who's a dacoit and who's a sadhu? When Chandrasekhar came inside and reported to Mahaprabhu that there is no one sitting, no Vaishnav sitting outside, Mahaprabhu asked him, is there anybody, maybe not a Vaishnav, is there anybody sitting outside? He said that there is a person sitting outside. That there is a beggar who's sitting outside. There is a Muslim beggar sitting outside. So Mahaprabhu told him to bring the Muslim beggar inside. Chandrasekhar came out and called the Muslim beggar inside. He said, Mahaprabhu is calling you. So
Chandrasekhar Prabhu is calling him as Darvesh. On that, oh Darvesh, Prabhu is calling you. So Maharaj is mentioning that to show us that it is not so easy to recognize a person just by his dress. That's why he manifested the pastime of ignorant person, Chandrasekhar. It's not that he is ignorant, he is also the eternal associate of the Lord. He knows everything, but still to show us that with our external eyes we cannot know who is who. So that's why he mentioned that, O Darvesh, come.
So when
by hearing these words of Chandrasekhar, Sanatan Goswami came inside. As soon as Sanatan Goswami came inside and paid his obeisances, at that time Mahaprabhu immediately embraced Sanatan Goswami. Why Chandrasekhar Acharya felt that he is a Muslim beggar? Why? Because he is having dress like that. As well as he is having dress like that, like a Muslim, and it is dirty now because he is walking from so many days. It has become dirty, as well as he is having big beard now also. So by seeing all these symptoms, he felt that he is a Muslim beggar. So Mahaprabhu, just by seeing him, he embraced him, and Sanatana Goswami is saying that, oh Prabhu, please don't touch me, I am untouchable. And Mahaprabhu is mentioning that, oh Sanatana, I am touching you to purify myself, because you are having such a power that just by your touch you can purify anybody and everybody. So that's why, to purify myself, I am touching you. Srimad Mahaprabhu quoted one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which we will hear tomorrow. Hare Krishna.